At least 42,000 civilians have been displaced by the latest violence in and around South Sudan's capital, Juba. Tens of thousands of newly internally displaced persons are sheltering at UN, NGO and church compounds in the area.
UN Peacekeeping Chief Herve Ladsous was addressing the UN Security Council as pressure builds on its members to expeditiously impose an arms embargo on the country called for by the Secretary General earlier this week. Ban Ki-moon has also urged the Council to expand sanctions to include leaders and commanders responsible for blocking the peace process and for the UN mission to that country to be reinforced.
The UN says the situation in the country remains fluid, and while the ceasefire called by both President Salva Kiir and First Vice President Riek Machar appears to be holding, further violence cannot be ruled out.
The initial government figures report that at least 272 have been killed, including 33 civilians, but I would believe that this is only the tip of the iceberg, giving alarming reports indicating that over the last few days, many civilians were barred from reaching safer grounds, including the compounds of the United Nations.
2 UN peacekeepers and a UN national staff member have been killed, while 7 additional peacekeepers and 1 international staff member have also been injured.
We can less than ever afford to sit idle as the people of South Sudan yet again bear the brunt of the intransigence of their leaders. Yesterday, media outlets reported that President Salva Kiir had dismissed Deputy Foreign Minister Chirino Hiteng, allegedly because he was present at the IGAD ministerial meeting in Nairobi. You will recall that this Deputy Foreign Minister was an appointee of the former detainees party to the peace agreement. That unilateral dismissal in itself is a breach of the peace agreement. So if this is a forewarning of what is yet to come, then even more clearly, only a strong political and coordinated approach can still salvage the peace process.
The peace agreement was penned by both parties almost a year ago, in August last year. Frustrated and exasperated are probably 2 words to best describe UN officials and diplomats we speak to after a Sunday emergency meeting followed by a call Monday from the Secretary General for Council action. Another meeting today on 3 fronts. Reinforcing the UN mission with additional troops and equipment, possibly leading to a more offensive posture, targeted sanctions against those who impede the peace process, and an arms embargo to cut off weapons and ammunition supplies that have proved so devastating to so many in this already 2.5-year civil war. Sherman Briceby's SABC News, New York.